Good morning, third grade families and students. This is Mr. Roney, and I'm here to explain a few of the changes that we're planning on making over the next few weeks, starting today, in light of the feedback that we've gotten from you through text messages, phone calls, Zoom chats, all of those things. And the gist of what we've been hearing is that the large amount of videos and assignments that your child is receiving on a daily basis can seem a little bit overwhelming, and that it's hard to keep up with. And it's certainly not our intention to overwhelm you, but to deliver the same content that we would deliver if we were in school and give you ample opportunity to finish it. So because of what we've been hearing, we are going to begin to limit and cut back a little bit on the amount of videos and assignments that you're going to see every day. And because of that, we're probably not going to post every individual link as you see here in Class Dojo on a daily basis. Instead, what we're going to do is simply post the name of the subject that has content for that particular day. And where you're going to find that content is in Google Classroom. And I know many of you have figured out how to get to Google Classroom, but let me go over that really quickly so that we're all on the same page. So the way that most of our students are getting into Google Classroom is through Clever. And if you have a school Chromebook, Clever is the website that comes up when you log into the internet. And your homepage to Clever looks something like this. So I go to Clever. I go down to this icon that says Google Classroom right here. Click on it. It's going to ask you for a username and a password. Everyone should have received a username and a password through private Dojo message. If you don't have one of those yet, or you've misplaced it, or whatever happened, that's going to be your first step to getting into Google Classroom. And please reach out to your classroom teacher, and they will have a username and password for you. So once I'm in Google Classroom, it's going to look something like this. And up here it says stream. We know that this view can look kind of crazy. It's basically everything that's posted in Google Classroom comes up with a notification here. So you can see that a lot of stuff was posted today. And we know that's a little bit hard to navigate for students. There's two different ways that you can check out the videos and assignments that you need to do. And I think the best way is through classwork. The nice thing about classwork is it organizes our videos into separate subjects, and so you can keep your assignments and videos organized. So if we look at science and social studies, which is what I teach, the best way to do this moving forward is to take a look at if you have that subject that day. So right here it says Science with Mr. Roney. And in the future, probably not going to have that link there. So what I can do now is click on Science and Social Studies, and it'll show you the date that the assignment was posted. And this is actually not a good example because I did not post anything today. So let's go to somewhere that did. Let's look at CKLA with Mrs. Taranjo. So I can see that this assignment video, and it looks like Google Form was posted at 7:48 this morning. And so I know today I have CKLA. So the first thing I want to do is click on the video, watch it, and if it's required, complete the assignment. And then you can do that for all of the subjects that you have listed on Dojo for that day. Again, we're going to cut down on the volume of subjects that you have every day, so hopefully you'll have a little bit more time to do things. So again, use these tabs here to your advantage, and it'll keep your assignments a lot more organized. Another way to do this is to click on this tab up here next to third grade, and then there's a section called To Do. That's going to give you a list of all of the assignments that are assigned but that you have not turned in yet. And you want to make sure that this green color is next to the assignments that you're looking at. If it's another color, it means it's from another classroom that you don't really have to deal with. So make sure you're looking at the green ones. And this is another way you can kind of work backwards and take a look at the assignments that are out but that you haven't done yet. Again, the best way for students to use Google Classroom is to focus on the stuff that's assigned for that day. We don't want to see too much backtracking and trying to catch up on 3 or 4 weeks worth of assignments that are already gone. The most important thing is to log into Google Classroom each day and check on Dojo and see what's assigned for that day and try to keep up as best as possible and do as many of the assignments that are completed. So because you're going to have a little bit more time and because there's going to be fewer videos posted, we want to make sure to provide more feedback to you, be able to communicate with you and your students a little bit more, and to provide help with them on assignments. And one of the ways we're going to do that is through Zoom chats. We've been having a lot of these over the last few weeks, and they've been going great. And we want to make sure that those are as academically focused as possible. So if your child wants to pop on and say hello, that's great. But our main intention there is to be able to help with assignments that they're struggling on and work with them to finish those. So Zoom links are pretty simple to get on, but I'm going to go over it really quickly. When we post a Zoom link, it's going to basically show the teacher who is going to be on. It's going to tell you the time that they're going to be on. So this one says 11 a.m. to 12. It's going to give a link and a password. Basically what you do is click on the link. A lot of times it'll ask you if you want to open Zoom. Do it. And then once you see this loading screen, it basically means that you're in. And then it says, please wait for the host to start the meeting. Or sometimes it'll say, please wait for the host to let you in. If you're on this loading screen, it's good. The teacher in there will make sure that you're actually a student in the class and then let you in afterward. A lot of times it will ask for a password, which the teacher is going to post right next to the link in Google Classroom. A quick note, if you do want to get into Google Classroom a different way, you can also just go to Google, and if you're using Google Chrome, you'll have this kind of grid here, and Google Classroom will also be an option on there to go to. So there's a lot of ways to get to Google Classroom. It's really important that if you don't know how to get there yet, that you try to work on it today and in the next week, and communicate with your classroom teacher to help you get that username and password. So I know that was a lot of information. I've been talking for 8 minutes, so I'm going to log off right now. It's been a pleasure working with you so far. We look forward to hearing from you this week and to seeing all of the work that your child is doing. So if you have any questions, again, ask your classroom teacher, and we will talk soon. Thank you.